Hello, hello, awesome bees of the growing awesome hive. We have a new moon in a couple of days that is going to be also a solar eclipse. So it happens, but it's not something that happens every month. So I wanted to try to do a spread that is especially built on the energies of the new moon solar eclipse, and it was posted by Emerald Lotus Divination. I believe it's one of the tarot groups that I follow that posted it, so thank you to them. We hear a lot about this. Some people are just really freaking out. My own daughter is, who needs to go back to her city in another state, is all, waiting for it to pass, just to make sure everything is going to be fine. She wants to be with us in case anything happens. I feel like it is one of those things where people are getting, I don't know, they fear. It's funny because nobody wants to believe in much or believe in too much, but this is just, it seems a little intense, for lack of a better word. So let's just see what our guides are going to have to tell us. Obviously, as I said before, if you follow this message at any other time when it's not a solar eclipse but you're attracted to the story, then come and listen. But there could be a message that you need to hear. Most of the time the messages are quite lovely. So let's just see what our guides are going to have to tell us. S'il vous plaît, nos anges, nos guides d'amour, where they are going to take us with the energies of these new moon solar eclipse. I'm excited to see what that's going to be. Who is going? This is interesting how we had one that wanted to jump out and then it was like, no, the next. Wow, the Holy Spirit. This is the second time I see this card, I believe, but the only times that it is in general guidance. So the Holy Spirit tells us to expect miracles. So right there, the energies are quite reassuring, aren't they? Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has you back. So with that, it's also a way to remind you that when you remember that love is real, that it is part of you, you give love, you receive love, that this is part of the universe, just with the sun, showing its wonderful quote-unquote face in the morning, you remember that the universe loves you because it's still here. With the cup here, I'm obviously feeling that gift of love from the universe that I was just talking about, that blessing with open hand, and that love and that support and that protection, and just if you wake up feeling that love, it's like when you just not even opening your eyes yet and you're just grateful for being awake, and thanking the universe and your guides and angel and stuff like that, you will feel that amazing positive energy to begin with. I know some people who wake up and here again. Like, no, be grateful that you are able to be this negative when you wake up, and you'll see that already there is going to be a switch. But when you expect miracles, and the fact that it tells you they will occur naturally, is when you are grateful, when you know it's a very odd sensation. When you know it's going to happen, it's an interesting exercise. When you know it's going to happen, it will happen. When you need something, I've been in many situations where I say, oh, I need that. And sometimes it's just, I'm hungry, I need a little something to tie me up. Boom, some coworker come and there is somebody's birthday, there is cake upstairs, there is some leftover. We had customers or vendors visiting, they brought us lunch, there is leftover, go help yourself. Like, things as simple as that. Like, you need something and boom, somehow, oh, thanks, perfect timing. You know, so there has been situations where also I was like, I have a plan, I'm going on vacation, or I'm going to visit someone, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to be tight with money, how am I going to do? Oh, I will figure it out. Boom, I received the like visa, state card, whatever, with some kind of reimbursement that they gave us a couple of years ago, and it was a nice chunk of money. So like, it's like, wow, what are the odds of that? Like, you know, the even if it was a state giving us some money, it was still, you know, something I wasn't expecting. Some extra funds that it was like, oh, I needed that. Perfect. Anyways. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Divine Director. So what's interesting is that I noticed a geometrical sign on the hands of the Holy Spirit, meaning that everything happens for a reason. So just let yourself... Remember also that God helps those who help themselves. I'm not telling you to sit on your chair and wait for things to happen. This is not how it works. You do have, you know, to keep going and take care of yourself and get up in the morning and you know, go through the day and take care of your business, your family, yourself, go shower, go eat, you know. But things will happen. And with the Divine Director here, it's telling me that everything is connected, that no matter what, what's meant to happen will happen. Divine intervention is occurring. So stop fretting right now if you've been worried, afraid, concerned that something is not going to happen, or it's not going to go right, or it's going to happen no matter what. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. I love that. Happiness is your purpose. It's all our purpose. Where's my box? Here it is. So lovely, already awesome energies that, if anything, makes me feel better, because this is all about love and awesomeness. Calgary, you're going to go over here. Apologies, I have a lot of stuff out. I've been playing with my decks and I'm surrounded. Okay, come to the edge. Like with this card at the bottom of the deck here, it's I'm thinking of the Fool. Like, you know, I was just talking to you about not feeling fear, about feeling excitement, about expecting miracles. This is exactly this energy that I feel with this card here. Just take that first step and that second step. All that glitters. Okay, with this card that just jumped out, I won't take it for the reading. I feel like it's more like a warning, because I wasn't asking anything specific of the guides. Some of you needs to be warned that I feel two things. With the masks not being on any face, it's like the masks are going to fall. You are going to find out the truth, and it's possible that this truth was about something that you thought was awesome. So there is going to be a slight disappointment, like, oh, it looked amazing, and obviously it's not as amazing as it looked, because there is going to be some truth coming out. Thank you, no guide. Now, s'il vous plaît, can we get a wisdom of the oracle card related to this new moon solar eclipse? S'il vous plaît, the energy of this coming days, s'il vous plaît, relating to this new moon. Oh my god, thank you. Like, Yang. So the Yang, I believe, is the masculine energy, so action, fire, passion. There is somewhat of a feeling of control of this passion and this fire energy. Notice how it's between the hands, so it's kind of like a gift of this passion, but also a containment. Like, you know how sometimes we feel like we are out of control, like this, that we're losing control of the situation. It feels to me like this is the opposite of that. Like, as this fire, this energy, this action, awesomeness is coming to you, you are going to feel that contentment, your wish come true with all these stars in your hand here, but that you're finally somewhat in control of the situation. So creativity, passion, action, but control. Like almost like the energy of the emperor I'm feeling. What do we have? Oh, the face of spirit in the middle here. So again, we're talking about a gift from the universe here. That you are... Look, notice how the hands of the Holy Spirit are open and it's like sending you stuff like this. And even though this is a gift from the universe, like the hands, but it also feels like, okay, I'm ready to receive. And you are controlling how you are receiving this. And maybe even resharing with the universe. Beautiful. Like all the stars feels like a bunch of wish finally coming true. Okay, that's very nice. And at the bottom of the deck, we have clean it up. So that's also obviously an advice to get rid of all the negative energies, get rid of all the stuff you don't need. I was talking about the energy of the Fool here. Look at the number of this card here. This is number 1. So really, a new start, a new beginning, that creativity, that action, that extra energy that you're finally getting. And notice how there is cloud in the background too. And with the cleaned up, it's like there is still some stuff to clean up to get to that wonderful sun, fire energy. Okay, that works. I'll take it. I'm going to keep that for the end. Now I'm going to use the Tarot of the Divine. I'm going to show you the box. I've been wanting to use it for a very long time for a moon reading. More like a full moon maybe, but I love using the lunar tarot. However, today I figured since we are doing a new moon solar eclipse one, it would be a fun deck to use. We'll find out. This is a gift from another little bee, probably one of the first bees. So thank you very much, Ronald, for this gift. I'm going to keep the book out also because this wonderful deck is, I was looking for a deck that was culturally diversified. And what I love about this is that it is based on the fairy tales of, not the fairy tales of the world. The creator, if I remember correctly, has a what's the term? She's mixed. I think Asian and European. So she already has those, you know, diverse stories coming from both both sides of her family, but she added some stuff like, you know, from Southern America, from northern countries, from Africa. So this is really fun. I have not finished. I knew a lot of them from being European myself, and my mom loving like the counts of the 1001 the 1001 nights. So they're like Arabian or Arabic stories. I read all the Greek mythology stuff. Obviously being European, I knew about the Counts of Grimm and Anderson. So I'm pretty versed in those, but I found out about some new ones, some crazy ones, and even if you're not into tarot, this is really a fun book. Beneath, what is it called? Beneath the Same Moon. So it's very, let me see, let me give you the name of the creator. It is Yoshitani, but I will put it in the description. Anyways, a little sip. Thank you for your patience, and let's go with the new moon solar eclipse. S'il vous plaît, nos kits d'amour. Let's get on with the message of this new moon solar eclipse for our little beings, s'il vous plaît. Everyone included, even the people passing by, s'il vous plaît. whoa, I'm not going to take that. We have, with the Five of Wands, there is some of you going through, or feeling like they are going through disagreement, misunderstanding, little thing, but it's all in fun. Don't worry. The Five of Wands is like little annoying battles, but it's nothing to really worry about. Death, transformation. Okay, we got that one. S'il vous plaît. Maman Marie, okay, come with us. S'il vous plaît, nos guides d'amour. Give a message for little bees. The world, awesomeness. Yes. They want to talk, and my hands, my little, look at that. The sun. We have a lot of very positive energies coming at us. But if we can get a clear message, s'il vous plaît, no guide. Obviously, I feel like a lot of you, like, I feel like some kind of a jumble in the energy, but in the thoughts too, like, there is some fear, you don't know where you're going. A lot of you may be starting new things. Maybe there has been some breakups, trying to get back into situation, maybe change of jobs or loss of job. I feel like there is a lot of new energies here and some fears. But I'm here to tell you that it's going to be fine. It's just another day. You'll figure it out. You are guided, loved. Remember that too. So our first card is going to be the energy surrounding a little bees at this time, s'il vous plaît. What's the energy surrounding a little bees? The Ten of Coins. Or you could not have a better energy. The Ten of Coins is, I want you to look at the card. I don't remember the story of this card. I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling here. First of all, the Ten of Coins is it's one of my favorite cards, is when everything is doing fine. You have what is it? Abundance in the wells, abundance with your family, abundance with the love. This is awesome energy. That's what's surrounding you at this time. It's a weekend, maybe you're visiting with family. Notice the laughter on these children's faces, the happiness. With the dog here, I'm feeling someone who's faithful, loyalty. That's the word I was looking for. With the, what are those? I have to pause. The cat's made a mess. Okay, apologies for the interruption. So, it's funny, I was talking about dogs and the cats made a mess. So the energy of loyalty, love, like everybody is happy. I was trying to make sure with all the faces there is joy and happiness, and I love how grandma is taking care of possibly grandpa, like, because it has normal hands, but with the face of the dog, I feel the love of the I'm getting the head of household term, but this is great love, great guidance, like the guidance, from the old soul of the family is just loyalty and love. So that's, I feel, maybe something that some of you need to be reminded. That may have been the guidance of the patriarch of the family. You come from a lot of very good energies, I feel. And either you grew up very happily, very well surrounded with love, or this is how you want to make your people and friends feel. There is a lot of children here. Some of you may very well be taking care of kids, like a teacher, or maybe even a doctor in like a pediatrician type thing, or in a hospital taking care of kids. I feel lots of love, either coming from you, through you, or from people around you. But some definite, going back to the remembering that only love is real. Everything else is just emotion, reactions, things like that. But I want to see what's the story about this one, because obviously I have not read this one. So let's see the 10. Oh, it's all by. I like how this is put together. No, this is not put together like that. It's not this one. 10 of coins, just so we can learn. It's a Chinese legend, this one. Let's see. The 10 of coin represents the hard-earned rewards of a difficult venture. The story of Pan Hu celebrates the lineage that benefits from his hard work. The hardships he once endured allow him to appreciate his good fortune and retire surrounded by his progeny. So this talks about inheritance, ancestry, pension, settling down, financial stability. So what I want to remember out of this story and the keywords, I was talking about, I had it, the difficult venture, expecting miracles, the good fortune. Like he worked hard. I was talking about, help yourself and God will help you. Like don't be sitting for things to happen to you. You have to create those. That's what this remind us. Like you worked hard or somebody worked hard, but you are surrounded. There is also the notion of reaping what you sowed. So if you feel like you've been working hard and be taking care of family or friends or been giving a lot, it's time to reap what you sowed. So that's a fantastic energy to be in right now too. It's not all for the others. It can happen to you too. So a shift in our little bee's life caused by this new moon solar eclipse. What is a shift in our little bee's life that can be caused by this new moon solar eclipse, s'il vous plaît? No guide. Knight of Cup. So the Knight of Cup here is a message. You know what's interesting with this Knight of Cup, and I will go take it because I'm interested in the stories too. So with the bird, we have the energy of the message coming. The horse is stopped. So the message is here. And what's interesting is that he stopped by what looks like to be the ocean, but what looks like to be angry ocean, like there is a storm. So this message may be, I don't feel like it's going to cause a storm, but possibly relax the raging waters. With the cups, it is a message related to love, any kind of love. Okay, we're not talking about romantic love, we're just talking about love in general, with the love of the Holy Spirit. This is love in its purest nature. So it could be the parent, it could be your parent, especially, if you think of God as your father. So there is a cup in his hand. There is also no fear. I mean, the eagle is a very strong bird, okay? He tends to be the one that flies the highest in the sky. He's a predator. He has the view of everything, okay? And he's very quiet. He's got very strong talent. So I feel somewhat of like you may learn to look at the situation from a bigger angle, I love the way we say that in French, and I don't get the perfect translation in English, but really picture yourself looking at the situation from a bird's eye view, okay? Like there is not just you are part of a situation, and I feel like you are going to learn to look at things from not only from a different angle, but look at just the bigger picture, and that will make you feel a lot differently, especially when if you're in the energy of a big family, for example. And if you consider that this family is your hive, or the world even, you realize that we are all working together, just like little worker bees, to make our lives better, but also everyone around us lives better, right? So I don't know why that took me there, but that's what I felt with the eagles that needed to be said. But a nice message of love that may just teach you to do that for yourself and look at things from a higher level. What is this Knight of Cups about? And satisfying your curiosity. My curiosity. This is from a Mongolian legend, Halibu the Hunter. The Knight of Cups is a messenger. Halibu is kind and gentle while also willing to take a stand for what he believes in. Okay. He provides for his village, and after befriending a dragon, he willingly sacrifices himself to save everyone he loves. Okay, well, that goes back to what I was telling you about remembering that there is not just you, but you belong to something much bigger. There is a notion of chivalry, affection, invitations, taking action. We're feeling that here. Meaningful gifts. So and what I like about this energy here with the meaningful gift and invitation and what was the word of the day today? Transformation and progression. So that makes me think of the message, like the little word message I try and do daily. You are going to find something out with this new moon solar eclipse here, and that is going to create a shift. I feel in how you react towards people, but also it's going to make you feel that you belong, that gives that invitation. It's going to be, you didn't do everything in vain. Like you're finally going to realize how much you matter, and by just loving yourself, you realize how much you matter. Sending all this good energy is a start. So what is ending in our, I feel like this is sadness that's ending, but what is ending in our little bee's life, s'il vous plaît, no guide? Seven of Cups, so overwhelming. You are finally going to make a decision with this card. Like we have all these options here. We're just like, oh my god, like there is, these ones don't really show what it is, but it's like, this is Aladdin. Usually in the story of Aladdin, you only have one lamp and he makes, he's allowed 3 wishes, but in this case it's like, see how I was talking about all the stars and your wish coming true, your wishes coming true, not just one. With this Aladdin card here, it's like, oh my god, like all these wonderful options, which one can I take, which one can I do? And we had that card that like everything that's glitter. I feel like what's ending is going to be your hesitation. You've had many options, many number 3 is over here. Many options, many different opportunities, maybe that notion of sacrificing yourself. This is enough. You're finally going with that gift, with this message. This is going to allow you to finally make the right decision. Okay, this is nice. Something that's beginning in your life after this decision, of course. What is going to begin in our little bee's life, s'il vous plaît, no guide? Judgment. So we're really talking about something new, followed by a blessing. So there, wow. The story here of this little monkey, if I remember correctly, is all the tribulations he has to go through to fulfill some. You know what? Let me see if it's and at the end, obviously, he gets all the stuff that he needs, and he's wonderful. But let's see. Let me get it here. The judgment is a blessing, for... Here, let me just show you. It's a Chinese mythology story. It's a reckoning and ending before the start of a new journey. Past actions and decisions determine future events. If you haven't learned your lessons, you are doomed to repeat your mistakes over and over. I wish he had told us the story of the monkey here. There is a notion of improvement, forgiveness, a change of perspective, absolution, rebirth. So, ever since the beginning of the reading here, we've had all these cards of like start. We have the number one here. We had the fool notion with the wisdom of the oracle card. With the 10 of coins is like you've worked hard and you are reaping what you sowed. You have this message. With this, I feel like you have also hearing what the universe has been trying to tell you. You are hearing, feeling, acknowledging, finally making this decision. Stop, not hesitating anymore. And obviously, since you make your decision, you have something new, but something new and blessed and deserved. You're really getting and notice how this judgment is under the 10 of Pentacles. This is cool stuff. You've worked hard, and you finally receiving all this abundance, all this awesomeness. You finishing the tribulation, I want to say, with the monkey here, because this is a story of he has like to do like so many different things to get all the stuff that he needs at the end, and to help his world. Or I don't remember all the details, sadly. With the flower up there that looks like a lotus. And like the sun is pushing the clouds too, as I was talking about with this one, how you have this, and look at the colors. The colors are so similar. I was talking about like this energy, like you have clouds, behind you. It hasn't been easy. You have the stormy waters that you're going through, and then you have this sun like pushing the clouds, and you like walking on the mountains. Like this is it was hard. It's acknowledged. It wasn't easy, but you're finally seeing and appreciating what you worked for. This is cool. This is exciting. I feel the blessing of the universe. I feel like you finally also seeing, all the stuff that you lost, all these options that you've had that you didn't know what to do. It's finally becoming clear to you. You're seeing the light. Okay, so something that's beginning in your life is just you. I feel like you beginning, you finally maybe going on this adventure that you've been craving, which could just be just living, being happy, being in the light. Fun adventure with all the tools that you need. You finally have them. That was hard. This is repeated. You worked hard for this. So something in your life that's beginning is a new beginning. To make it simple. A change that lies ahead of you. That's kind of like redundant, but hey. What's the change lying ahead of our little bee, s'il vous plaît? What's the change lying ahead of our little bee? The Knight of Coin. Okay, so it's not sorry. There's a part of me that's like sorry to tell you. The change that's lying ahead of you is that there is still some work. The Knight of Coins is he's walking slow. You notice he's not on a horse. He's on what looks like a cow, a divine cow at that, and they are walking slow. This is not an animal that's running. I mean, even though it has like somewhat the look of a Taurus, I'm sorry to me, this is the energy of a cow, not the feria where you have the Taurus running and trying to hit people because they are being abused. No, I feel this guy is, it looks like he's about to hunt, but he's really taking his time. And in some other decks, the King of Coins is presented as, because the Pentacles is the energy of the earth. The coins become the seeds that you plant, and you're going to have to wait for them to grow. So there is still some work to do. Show some patience, but you are planting the right seeds. Maybe you were waiting for those seeds too. So you are going slowly but surely. But there is decisions. There is still some growth. Maybe you have finally decided. Maybe you have finally decided what it is that you want to develop. This one is a story from South Africa about the Khoi Khoi deity. The Knight of Coin is a diligent warrior who is willing to put in the work to set the world right. Haitsi Ibib can be as stubborn as an ox. Okay, so the cow maybe is an ox. Getting into trouble for his efforts. He is strong, loyal, and determined in all things he sets his mind to. See, there is no more hesitation. You are now decided. Ambition, hard work, persistent, being efficient. So you have all the right tool. There is still some hard work, but you are getting the results that you have been waiting for. Lovely. Interesting message. This is talking to someone who's definitely a hard worker, who has ambition, who is making his way. Even though the energy of the Ten of Pentacles here was like the starting energy, I feel like this is also the energy you wish for, the energy you want to surround yourself with. You love having a big family around you, even if this family is made of additions, not just progenies. Is it progenies? I'm looking for the word like your own children. I feel like there is that this could be a big mix of different energy, different people, but all bringing love and abundance to the table. Something that our little bee can manifest during this time. What can a little bee manifest during this time? S'il vous plaît, no guide. The world. That's lovely. Okay, so the world in this deck again. Usually the world is a feminine energy surrounded by the laurel of success. Okay, in this one, it has lovers, and let me tell you, I do remember the story of these two. Just the outline is that ever since they were little, they loved each other. She was the daughter of like a chief of some tribe. I do you know what? Let me see if it's if it is Hawaiian or the world, and I will have you. It's New Zealand. It's a Maori legend. We have 20 with a judgment and 21, which is the last card. So this is really for you to manifest like the last card of the major arcana journey. So starting with the Fool. So you're really called to the apotheose, to the greatness, to the wonder, to that ecstatic feeling of joy and completion and happiness. With the world, you have accomplished everything you want. But to go back to the story here, there is a love story here. And since we're talking about what you need to manifest, what you can manifest, it's manifesting that completion in your love life. And that it can happen. So ever since they were little, these two loved each other. She's a daughter of like a, tribe, and she's rich and all that, and he's very poor. Yet they love each other. they keep trying to get together. The dad like shuns him, and he's got to go away. And at the end of the day, or at the end of the years, they go through these difficult tribulations, and they manage to be together. And then finally, dad accepts the relationship, and look at this celebration and love and happiness and respect of each other and love of each other, and just the goal is being together and loving each other, and they make it. So just like the rest of this deck, it was difficult, but with maybe a possible hint of being stubborn, but determination. You want it, you go for it, you will get it. So manifest that love, manifest that joy, manifest that accomplishment in your love life, in your home life, because this is what you can do, this is what you can get, this is what you can achieve. It's not easy. Okay, this is what I feel is being reminded here with these stories and with this deck. It's not easy, but you have the spiritual tool with the Holy Spirit. You have the love since the very beginning telling you that this is the only thing that's real, and you have the energy provided by the universe and your guides and your spirit and your heart, maybe the energy from your heart as well, to get to this level of accomplished joy and épanouissement, like this beautiful flower. I'm seeing the flower opening, like so bright and beautiful, like this big, between the what did I see this morning? That's a picture I'm seeing, that the dandelion, how it starts from that beautiful yellow flowers that looks like the sun, and then goes to the moon, and then like fly, and it doesn't even need the bee to pollinate, and it naturally turns into something that will pollinate with the help of the wind. So this is a complete flower, and that's the energy. I don't know why that makes me want to share. Oh, probably because of the color of these flowers here, the beautiful flowers around them. I love the energy of this card. It's truly beautiful. Okay, and usually the word is not necessarily my favorite card in the deck. It has a beautiful message, but my favorite card's always been the Strength, and the Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Those are awesome cards. Okay. This is how the spread ends, but I want some more. I would have I want to give you more advice with this, but what's an advice we can give our little bees here, s'il vous plaît? With this how is the Three of Swords an advice? Let me remember the story of this, because this Three of Swords is very unusual. We have the Tower, so big change ahead, no doubt. The universe is helping you whether you want it or not. Okay, so let's go through the story of this Three of Swords. In general, the Three of Swords is representing grieving, a heartbreak. Okay, this is like the three swords are like making the heart bleed. In this case, in the story here, I believe it was a Chinese story. She is the wife of this man, and in order for them he was very poor, and he saved a bird, and she comes back as a human looking being, and offer to marry him. And every so often she'll go and cut her feathers and use her feathers to make fabric or things like that, and they make a lot of money. But she told him, don't ever come and see what I'm doing when I go in this room, because it's a promise he's got to make. He cannot know what she's doing, and he cannot know that she's a bird. But she does that several times through the marriage life. Apologies. And one night he comes and see what she's doing, and that means he breaks his promise, and his beautiful life just ends really badly. See how there is a storm. So when I go through the depths of this story and how the heartbreaks and the end of an awesome story happens from the husband breaking his promise, the advice is, to me, is be very careful to keep your word. Your word is bond, your word is sacred, and if you make a promise, keep it, because you will regret it very dearly if you don't. That's the advice that I feel this card wants to give you. Let's see what her... Oh, and it was a... Oh, it's a crane wife. She's a crane. That's the bird that she is. It's Japanese story, not Chinese. The Three of Swords represents betrayal. The crane wife asks her husband for privacy, but he spies on her only to discover she was hurting herself to help him. His spying was treacherous, but so was her inability to trust him with her secret. So that could mean heartbreak, self-harm, sadness, grief, separation. But to me, this really relates to the story I feel here of... since this is an advice, don't keep your promise, and don't go snooping, or what was it? She was hurting herself to help him, and then there is a lack of trust. So you may lose that trust. Avoid the snooping around if you tend to be one of those, because you will lose the trust of the person that you may love the most. There you go, since that was the advice. Now, a little message from the Sacred Spirit reading cards, s'il vous plaît. An extra message for this new moon solar eclipse, s'il vous plaît. Nos anges, nos guides d'amour. What extra message can we get? Spirit messages. So we get observe limitation. To me, I take it as a message again. See how we had the message coming with the Knight of Cups. There is definitely, and this is observe limitation, but with the spirit message, I feel a message from the universe. Pay attention. Hidden realms. Oh my god, there is a lot in this card. Create conscious awareness. Wow, I'm sorry, I have to look at it because there is a lot in this card. We have a unicorn, we have a hummingbird, we have the light in the hand, we have eyes here, like opening your consciousness, and awareness to all the messages. Like, I feel like there is going to be so many synchronicities, so many messages. The change here with the skull. What do we have here? There is wings up here, but with the eyes we have. I was talking about the strength house. We have a lion, but almost like a lion beast. I'm thinking of like the Beauty and the Beast show from the 80s with what's his name? What's his name? Perlman. I think that's his name, but I can't remember the name right now. Bill Perlman? He plays that Hellboy guy too, and many other. I think he was in Alien too. Alien as well, not Alien 2, honestly. I don't remember which Alien he might have been in. There is like lots of eyes, lots of connection, lots of waves. Like, you I told to create consciousness, but I feel like you finally, and I mean, like, it's two different decks, but again, we have the energies of the Holy Spirit very strongly, I feel here. I want to read, this is making the reading long. Sorry, for those of you who wants to stop, hey, you're welcome too. For those of you who are interested in, I want to see here what that's about. Because this is the first time this card comes out. So let me let you enjoy it and let me read about it. Analyze your dream cycle. So maybe you'll be getting some messages through your dreams as well. Traditionally, shamans are the gatekeepers to the hidden realms of ancient wisdom and magic, assessing the hidden realms for further meaning and insight into a soul's pain. So we're acknowledging your pain. Or an individual's dis-ease. I like the word disease is cut in dis-ease, so it's not easy for you right now. Using conscious communication, the shaman works to bridge the realms between humanity and creation. Communicating with the elementals, nature, animal realms, ancestors, angelic forces, and spiritual beings that serve humanity as guardians, guides, teachers, and masters, and more, is a role of the shaman. These ancient practices have been developed and refined across times with shamans, seers, visionaries, serving the communities as mediator between the human experience and the world of nature. I want to remind you that the very first card we had, the energies that were surrounding you, was a family, but also a dog as the head of the family. So it's possible that you may have these energies, these quote-unquote powers within you that you don't realize, or that through your ancestors you have this shamanic energy, which just means to me not going into something as deep as like the power, just that energy of love and understanding of how the world works. And I'm not talking about the world like politics and stuff like that, but how the energy in the world work and how things affect and how there is consequences for your actions and or lack thereof. How everything is connected. You vibe that, you feel that, or you are being taught that. There is truly a powerful message there. Maybe you are also surrounded by a lot of animals. You're doing something for the animals or with the animals to help others. This is truly a beautiful energy here. Maybe this is opening your eyes, if only a few of you are listening all the way to here, of why you may feel a certain way. Maybe you need to look into shamanic stuff. Restoring power to those who have experienced disempowerment or physical experience. Shamanic practitioners reconnect the aspect of the soul that have been lost through trauma or life experiences. Right now, you are being asked to connect to the hidden realms, expanding your consciousness to open your mind wide and reconnect with your soul for deep healing and transformation. We are back to this transformation here with this judgment card. There is much to be learned from the hidden realms that can assist you in your walking life. Examine your dream cycles and interpret your subconscious messages. Creating conscious awareness will allow you to actively connect to your universal guardians, the elements and celestial realms. Like any learned skill, practice will improve the strength of your connection. Pay attention to any symbols, animals, or visual images that appear in your life now, as there is deep meaning that applies to you. This is a very strong thing right here. Can you see this card? No, you can't. Here it is. The shadow aspect is social disconnection, daydreaming, codependency. That's how you've been feeling. Sacred crystal is Nuummite, Nuummite. I'm sorry, ITE. So maybe this is something you need to look into, to carry, to wear. The angel assistance is the guardian angel Salaya, and we're talking about a guardian angel. Psychic and spiritual awakening, transformation. All this thing is like talking also like with this word and manifesting and these messages. This been said like this choice, this overwhelming situations you've been feeling with a tower. You have strong major arcana. I mean, major arcana is a strong energy, but there is definite transformation with the help of the universe. Like you are starting to see something, but you are also being pushed to see it. There is that action, like now it's time. This the energy of this new moon solar eclipse. You are going to feel it, my sweet little bee. The affirmation here: I am a clear and successful mediator of conscious divine communication. And we're talking about this message here. Here is the affirmation. If you want to take a screenshot, and I hope it's clear because I can see very well. So you can repeat it in the morning. I was talking about morning rituals. Ali, I haven't used the Beltane oracle from the season of the witch. I'm going to take one last message here for Ali le bee, s'il vous plaît. No guide. One last big message, because after that we gotta get going with our lives, right? We've been going at it for almost an hour. S'il vous plaît, no guide. Look, notice the awesome little bees here. This is the first time I believe I'm using it. S'il vous plaît, no guide d'amour. A sweet message from this oracle for our little bees. I mean, we're all about transformation right now. Fertilizing, which here goes back with the Knight of Coin. I love that. Something that I want to point out here, it's at the end of the reading, I'm sorry, but I noticed a couple of days ago when I did the word of the day and then the message of the day, because I had a little bit of time, I had picked the card Silence, and then the message with the few cards that I used was ending up to the same thing: just stay quiet, don't fight, don't argue, don't bother, just be the bigger person. So in less than a minute, I was given the message by the guide that I spent 12 minutes going over again. So here in an hour, notice how we have repeated messages, which is normal, because even if we were to stay 3 hours, the message would be the same. There is your growth, there is you doing that sowing and reaping what you sowed, but how you still have some work to do. We have the number 10 again, just like with the 10 of coins. We have the energy of the pentacles again with the fertilizing. So I love that. Repeating. I mean, it could be annoying, but this is like confirmation. Food is not the only thing that nourishes you, dear one. Be mindful of what you feed your soul. So that goes back with that Three of Swords also to me as the advice, like you reap what you sow no matter what you do. So sow good things. Okay, very nice. Little word. It wants to come. I'll take it. Why did you want me to? Tranquility and justice. So justice with like reaping what you sow again, and tranquility is just spent, like I feel like just I was talking about God helps those who help themselves and not sitting doing nothing. Some of you may just need to rest as well. Just find some peace. Maybe peace is coming to you as well. Okay, that was like a little extra. Allez, s'il vous plaît. A little moon message. That's a lot of cards today. Merci le guide. Failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. So learn from your mistakes. Don't repeat them. Okay? Interesting message here. I am honest with myself and others. That goes back to that 3. Like I feel like those are advice. Like be careful not to let yourself fall into hiding things, not telling the truth. Because as you grow, as you are awakening to the world, you may feel some stuff maybe that are overwhelming. You may feel with light comes darkness. Okay, that's a fact. So you have to remember to stay in the light. Okay, I hope that makes sense to some of you. Ali, oh, Mother Mary message. Let's do that. I was going to take an angel message, but we've had angel messages. S'il vous plaît, Maman Marie, un message to close this reading for Ali Lebis, s'il vous plaît. That's a message. Thank you. I'm going to take this. Oh, Our Lady of Sacred Waters. I like that. And Our Lady of Starting Over, Hiding Behind. Obviously, there is an... Oh, you know what? Before I read this, I was meant to see this. Get a Moonology message. S'il vous plaît. That's extra message for little bees. I'm just going to keep what stayed. That jumped out. It's covered. I won't take it. S'il vous plaît. Oh, guys. Message for little bees here. I have to use a Moonology deck, right? Okay. I'll take this one. Show the world the real you. Don't be afraid. You are awesome. What do we have here? You and your loved ones are safe. You trust in the universe. You are protected. Everything is fine. I feel. You know, I feel like there was a lot of fear. Okay, so Our Lady of Sacred Waters. Look how beautiful. And that talks about, like, to me, it talks about the full moon energy. So maybe something in the next 2 weeks. It's beautiful. I feel this for some reason, like the hands again, like we had the hands open, the hands receiving, the hands giving. Okay, so to cleanse oneself spiritually is to immerse oneself in the sanctuary of divine connection and sacred presence. This weakens the grip of our attachment to emotional pain and strengthens our ability to be emotionally authentic without becoming so overwhelmed by our suffering that we act out and betray our core values or disengage from our spiritual connection. Lots of work here, my little bees. Know that you can process any emotion with dignity and grace. Very powerful. You might want to read this again or listen to this again. That is a nice summary of all the energies over here. How it feels like a lot of you are going to be going through, like, you know, this overwhelming energy thing. Like, this is the end. You come to your decisions and your senses, but there is a lot of we had that 5 of Wands at the beginning that wanted to jump, like I was talking about, disagreements and conversations and little arguments. It feels like you've been feeling discombobulated. Gratitude message. With the snake, we have the energy of new things, new skin, new life. Take it easy. Going back to this. It's okay. Gratitude is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes practice. And that takes me back here with the marathon. And taking practice, gripping what, like sewing things, you know, for your kingdom to grow. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. But you've done an awesome work so far. There is still some work to go through, but hey, it looks like we're still going to be here. So just reveal in the energies of this, look at that, it takes time. Reveal in the energies of these new moon solar eclipse rather than fearing it. It looks like it's still going to bring us awesomeness. And with that, I'm sending you love and wish you a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.